Hello and welcome to the Future Game Show. This is a yearly showcase mostly focused on indies, often featuring famous voice actors and actors. Could be big things here, but will most likely be small things, smaller indie things. We'll see. Regardless, production value through the roof. Writing, hit or miss. We'll see how it goes this year.
Please welcome your hosts, Laura Bailey and Matt Mercer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Future Game Show Summer Showcase. My name is Laura Bailey, though you probably know me best as Abby Anderson in The Last of Us Part 2.
Pretty sure Laura has hosted this before.
As one of the cast members from Critical Role.
Indeed. And I'm Matt Mercer, the man behind many video game chaos merchants, such as Like a Dragon's Mad Dog Majima and Ganondorf from Tears of the Kingdom. But if it's a Thursday night, I also moonlight as Critical Role's debonair dungeon master, where Laura tries her best to test the very limits of my abilities and sanity.
And you love it. But we're here today joining forces for a very different reason. Exclusive video game trailers, and lots of them.
Indeed, and like a whole bunch of world premieres, deep dives,
I love that
developer
jacket.
presentations. It's frankly an irresponsible amount of video game news that will be beamed directly into your brains for the next 90 minutes, so buckle up.
Don't make it sound so scary. This is gonna be fun. Just keep in mind that if you want to wish list any of the cool games in today's show, then you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show's Steam page.
Indeed, and once the show's over, there'll be plenty
Don't know if
of
that's still
follow-up
a thing.
coverage on GamesRadar.com and the Future Game Show YouTube channel.
Well, I think that's all of the housekeeping out of the way. So let's kick things off with our very first world premiere.
Zafar, pull up NavTech.
Just a sec. Got it.
Taki. We gonna find out about your Kopang right quick, okay?
Just want to do him justice. Stuck his neck out for us. Least we can do is get him out alive.
We've got big enough guns to make justice, all right?
Oh, Michael. To a man with a hammer, just about everything looks like a nail.
Aim for show. Time to say oh yeah with our hammer.
Oh yeah.
1 minute.
Brace yourselves. We're going for a spin.
Zafar, did you get a signal?
Chat.
After the large haul down the
Sci-fi or
corridor,
fantasy?
They shut down this part of the facility. Long time before our arrival.
Fine. Let's deal with those guys first.
For what? Yes.
In Yolota. They never look up.
Gamers don't look up.
Zafar, you were right. They shut down this.
Hold on, I'm coming!
I'll cover you. The bird up high shall be thine eyes.
What the hell happened here?
Hey, buddy.
For the record, I've seen this trailer. Didn't know it was from this showcase. I just happened to come by this one.
Glad you're still breathing.
Is this like a Dead Spacey co-op third person kind of thing? I would like to see more. That's a book series and a show.
The Expanse Osiris Reborn is an action RPG crafted in Unreal Engine 5, where you can immerse yourself in the universe of the beloved TV series. Make sure it's on your wish lists.
Sounds pretty awesome. And we're treating you to another world premiere right now and swapping sci-fi for fantasy in the process. So let's take a look.
Like I said, sci-fi or fantasy chat.
I used to swear by my father's
You
oath.
shouldn't swear! That's $1 for the jar.
To protect the wards is to protect our people. And if it claims our lives, what's one life lost for the sake of the many?
Hey, baby.
And now, what do you swear by today?
The only one that matters is my brother. And I will kill the people who took him from me.
We got parrying. We got eating ass. We got high quack. We got soul sucking.
Take my hand.
I hear not the clamor of conquerors. The pestilence must be purged.
That guy didn't have legs.
Your father was right about one thing. The wards are breaking. And should we fail, it may spell another end.
Cool. Echoes of the End. I prefer Echoes of the Eye myself, but the end's pretty good.
We're thrilled to reveal Echoes of the End, a narrative-driven fantasy adventure coming later this year.
But the fun doesn't stop there. Here's another world premiere.
It's important to note that this is your very first look at the game, but from what I can tell, there's evil residing in these woods.
This camera shaky. Oh yeah, update on the wildlife reserve that is my backyard. We now have a bird nest chilling, which is pretty cool. I'm chill with that one. I like that one. And a giant groundhog, like huge, huge. Has he seen his shadow? I mean, I think it'd be pretty hard to miss.
An isolated cabin in the woods. What could possibly go wrong? That was your first look at Whispers in the Fog.
It's a psychological horror game from a supremely talented solo developer. Be sure to give it a wish list if you like what you see.
And next up, we've got a trailer for an open-world action RPG based on the beloved anime, The 7 Deadly Sins. Let's check it out.
Seen this one. No game, no hype. Well, they showed gameplay, it just wasn't good. Wasn't enough gameplay. You should skip repeats? No thanks. For some people, it isn't a repeat. Hey, Anna. Anna, if you go to the Patreon, you can see how your random shout-out happened in sounds and stuff. If you want. It's in a little video. Seven Deadly Sins. Origin. You should skip this. It was like not even a minute long. It's fun. We can chill.
The 7 Deadly Sins
vibing.
Origin is coming soon to PC and
Are you quack?
PS5, but you can pre-register now at 7origin.netmarble.com.
Okay, it's time to learn about what's coming in Season 7 of free-to-play Destructo shooter, The Finals. Let's take a look.
Are people still playing The Finals?
Welcome to the future of the finals!
Why is that quack? AI voice acting bullshit fucking game.
The pressure's peaking. Every second counts, and these plays are next level.
This is what the finals is all about. Split-second decisions, teamwork under fire, and victory carved in chaos.
Love it, but sometimes the best strategy is to just hit your opponent really, really hard.
The announcers that you just heard are AI. They're real people who are getting paid, but it's text-to-speech systems built off their
Season
voices.
7 of the finals launches on June 12th. And whether you're a seasoned veteran or a new contestant entering the arena, if you're tuning in on the FGS Twitch channel, you can earn a Twitch drop of this Kablamo grenade skin.
Yes, anybody who watches this very show for 15 consecutive minutes on the FGS Twitch channel will earn the skin. So,
oh boy,
if you've been with us from the very start, or you're just joining us, wherever you've been, then just stick around.
And not that you need any more reasons, but it's time to move on and talk about hurdling, a shepherd simulator with a whole lot of soul. Let's find out when you can get your hands on it.
It's complicated, because it's like, if they're not, the game isn't bad because it used AI voice acting, because like they consented and they got paid and like it's fine, so like they're not a problem. However, it creates a precedent that doing that is okay, and while they got paid and it was fine, other places are much more greedy than them and they wouldn't do the same. So, you know, it's a whole thing. It was also created before the AI rulings from SAG-AFTRA happened, so, you know. So what's the next step, Quack? This game looks very cute. Hurdling.
Hurdling launches later this year, but you can try guiding those adorable calicorns right now by downloading the demo, which is out now on Steam. What's next, Laura?
Sleep Awake, which is anything but cute. It's a first-person psychedelic thriller that explores the realm between slumber and death.
Thriller.
This game is helmed by Corey Davis of Spec Ops, The Line, and Robin Fink of 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, let's take a closer look then.
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. I must not sleep.
Hello, Bloomhouse.
Come along.
this way. You're not ignoring me now, dear, are you? This is all perfectly natural.
I am awake!
Resisting the inevitable comes at a cost.
Give me your idea.
Okay, that looks pretty fucking awesome.
Sleep Awake is coming soon, so drop it on your wish lists.
We've got a developer presentation for Eric Sohn, The Stolen Dream, up next. It's a cinematic isometric stealth game set in the year 1900.
Oh, isn't that the year you were born?
I am a few months younger than you, Laura.
I don't think so. No.
You did a good job, Quack.
I must find her.
He's a wacko.
Years ago, that wouldn't have been possible for you.
Before he does.
You should be proud of yourself. 'Cause I'm proud of you. You did good.
Eric's Home is a game set in kind of a fantasy version of the early 1900s, and it has a Scandinavian
Still an improvement, Quack.
style to it.
Be proud of
I
yourself.
would describe it as a stealth puzzle game with a very strong emphasis on story, where you play up to 3 playable characters that you switch between, and they have their own special abilities that you need to use together to kind of solve situations and puzzles in a kind of interlaced way where everyone's involved.
It's in this setting of a Scandinavian nature, which not only resonates with me, but with the rest of the world, because it's so unique. It's always nice to see something new that people can relate to.
Sure, it didn't go your way.
So I've worked a lot with like lighting.
And sure, there's room
3D
for
rendering,
improvement.
Cinematic lighting, stuff
You still
like
made
that.
progress.
So Anda showed me the rendering of one of the movies. It just floored me. I thought it was so beautiful.
Progress is progress.
Then he said, okay, so Teal, what I want from you is I want you to make this look even better.
We play tested the game a lot, and what people usually say is that it feels like I'm playing a movie, but in a great way. River and Games was based on
Take some time.
the idea
Take a breath.
that if you
Then
have
reflect.
the right mix of people, then perhaps a really small team can still make something that's actually pretty cool.
How is this made by 16 people? Like, why is this quality so high?
A little now and then I sit down in the couch and I just enjoy a fresh build. The story just gets to perform. You're just drawn right in. It's a magical feeling.
I'm really excited for players to just
gum is
discover
bleeding.
this world. Eric's Home is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Epic Game Store. And we have an exclusive trailer that we're about to show you that will reveal the release date. I hope you enjoy.
Wait for the sale that'll happen when all the chapters are out.
Thank you so much to our friends at River End Games for that window into the world of Eric's Home.
I wish they
It's
were
coming to
labeling that
PC,
game
Xbox,
as
and
early
PS5
access.
on July 15th.
Like it
So
properly
go wish
should.
list it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. All right, now we've got a new trailer for a cel-shaded shooter with gameplay inspired by the Stalker series. Here's the latest trailer for The Explorator.
Bird. Spiders. Moth. Butterfly. Orb. Pony. Man. Dinosaur? Monster. Not the gameplay I was expecting. Not what I was expecting. I think we've seen that game before, like years ago. Maybe I'm wrong.
The Explorator is launching into early access today, so go check it out on Steam and support the developers on the road to launch.
Constance is up next, a Metroidvania where you wield the power of a
I
paintbrush.
am so unbelievably excited for this game. I'm so excited for this game. I cannot, well, I guess I have to, but I will reluctantly wait. Hey, for this game. I'm so excited. Are you okay? Are you sure you want to do this? Looks so good. I just want somebody to talk to. It looks so good. You're on your own, child. Out of my sight. That dude was puking. Whoa, that's cool. So you've chosen to suffer. Constance. November 24th. Yeah. I'm very excited for that game. Very, very excited for that game.
Constance is coming to PC on November 24th, but there's a demo available on Steam if you want to go give it a go after the show.
Those of you who have tuned in before will know that during the Every Future Game Show, we create a trio of deep dives into some of the most exciting upcoming games. Our ones to watch, you could say.
First game we're tackling for the summer showcase is Titan Quest II. Now, fans have been waiting since 2006 for a sequel to Iron Lore's cult classic action RPG, and the good news is, it's right around the corner.
So let's dig into the details with the help of Grimlore Games.
My name is Edwin. I made the Mimic.
Tell us the whole story.
Huh?
Tell us about hope.
Titan Quest II is kind of your Diablo-esque action RPG, but it's set in ancient Greek mythology. You really can immerse yourself in what you associate Greece with. You'll be fighting these mythological monsters, some of which we came up with ourselves, some of which are from Titan Quest I. Greek mythology also has become very much part of pop culture in the last 2 decades. Some other games have had great success with this.
I had that line stuck in my head
we have this great IP
because
on
of
our
the stream
hands.
I was
Why not
watching
use it?
earlier.
Well, in Titan Quest 2, you'll be playing as
No idea what you're talking
rather
about.
unknown hero character. You're not really a hero yet. You're honestly just training to be a capable fighter. You have a master called Aristano. She's from Sparta and used to be a priestess of Nemesis, as you'll find out later. You will build up your own worth over time as you prove yourself in front of the gods. Gameplay-wise, Titan Quest 2 is very much a classic ARPG, but we've got our own twists in there with like the mastery system, for example, where you merge 2 masteries into one instead of just being given classes. So you have to find these little entanglements that you can have between the 2 masteries, these synergies, and make the best use of them possible. From there, you can take your character in multiple directions. The mixed classes is something we support quite a lot, actually. But the core fantasy stuff, just a tanky warrior, of course you're gonna have that. You can take your character in many directions, and choice is at the core of our game. Your abilities will be modifiable, so each of them has like these several modifier choices that you can equip into your skill. This is our little innovation in this space.
What kind of dog?
We are not going to be doing any microtransactions in this game because we don't believe in that form of monetization in general. We will be doing traditional DLCs, however.
What do you mean holding a dog?
After the 1.0 launch,
what does
we'll
that
be
mean?
putting out
What do you mean? What are you talking about? What do you mean?
DLC packs, which will include additional chapters.
What do you mean?
So more content in general, bosses, creatures, areas, and masteries, of course. So Titan Quest 2 will be coming to Steam Early Access very soon. You can wishlist it now already. And we're looking for a summer timeline for this. And then later, the other platforms.
Titan Quest 2 is coming soon, and you can wishlist it on Steam or the
Yuri
Epic
Lowenthal?
Games Store.
Spider-Man?
Legendary actor Yuri Lowenthal?
That's what I said.
Spider-Man to my MJ?
That's what I said.
Hey guys. Hey man. I was just, wandering the sound stages, taking in the sights and smells, and then I heard you guys making noise about video games out here, and I thought I'd join in.
Okay, well, I mean, since you're already here, why don't you take the next trailer? Well, right?
I mean, if that's okay with you guys, I don't
No, it's great. Work your magic. We'll just be over here.
All right. Got you. Well, get ready, folks, because it's time for another world premiere. This one's a follow-up to a beloved puzzle adventure that launched back in 2020.
I have seen things that should be forgotten.
Is that Yuri voice acting it?
I've tried to escape my past. I've had enough of death and madness. But the world is changing. Some now search for answers in the far reaches of the world. For shocking secrets.
Cube.
And dizzying marvels. For there lies, upon this world of man, a mocking and incredible shadow out of time.
All of the Elder Gods. All right.
Call of the Elder Gods, starring yours truly, is a Lovecraftian narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles. So get it on your wish lists ASAP.
So you weren't just wandering the lot then?
I mean, I was, but then, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye,
I gotta wander.
Hang on, Chad. I noticed it, so you have to notice it.
Wander.
Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
Marketing, Matt.
He has a piece of glitter right there.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
See it?
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye,
I gotta wander.
Hell yeah. Thanks for coming, man. Bye. See you, bye.
When I become a voice
so
actor,
while I go make
I'm
sure there's
already
no
a
other
voice actor.
Voice actors hiding on set. We'll throw it out to some back.
I'm hiding on set.
I'll stay here.
Just not a very
bio
hired
cores.
one.
How hard could it be?
Just not a very hired one.
Hard.
Hard.
We got company. Who wants? Let's all ask.
Can you change your name to Yowie Sun? Nah, I've already changed my name pretty recently.
Flag on crack.
Welcome
Like
to
capture
Veil
the
of the
flag
Witch,
on
a
crack.
turn-based tactical RPG with a roguelite twist. You play as Ash, a shipwrecked castaway with no memories and a big-ass sword.
Let's see if I remember how to use it.
5 years after a bloody civil war, you wake up trapped on a mysterious island filled with monsters, cultists, and a whole lot of zombies.
Suffice to say, this whole island is madhouse.
Combat in Veil of the Witch is built for hardcore tactics
Chat,
fans with an
is
emphasis
it
on speed and
gameplay
brutality.
or
That means a small party,
gameplay?
tight battle maps, and enemies that can drop you in just a few hits. To stand a chance, you'll have to master each ally's unique kit, whether that's frontliner Marco, glass cannon caster Laurent, or backstabbing cutthroat Emile. All your abilities work on a cooldown, so you'll have to think smart and learn to juggle. You can also level up and unlock new skills right in the middle of battle. Surrounding this rock-solid core is a branching roguelike structure focused on skill in the face of unpredictable challenges. Face off against cool bosses.
What's the differentiation? There's a space in the middle.
Get shipwrecked. Then head back to town.
Differentiation.
Where you can unlock upgrades, chat with allies, craft equipment,
Yeah,
and
there's
more.
drawn there.
And if you're real nasty, take on trials mode for bigger challenges and better rewards. Fight, die, rise again, stronger, then come back and conquer. Lost Eidolons, Veil of the Witch. Early access available now on Steam and coming soon to Xbox, PS5, and Nintendo Switch.
Chat, is it video game or video game? Whoa. Single player Splatoon, but with more balls. So it's like a kind of mascot platformer while also being like a match 3 kind of game. This is a really cool idea. That's really cool. Hopyucom. Weird name. But I'm like, that's really cool. That's a really cool idea.
Can anyone hear me?
Dispatch to Unit 1. There's an ongoing fire.
Unit 1 to dispatch. Copy.
What's the over-under on this being first person?
Supply line ready.
Break that door open.
Let me get that sturdy Halligan first.
Oh, back and play this one?
My clothes are about to catch fire.
Get an attack line in there.
Gotta go scout the area.
Oh, maybe not.
That was close.
Cat, you're good? Found one of the victims.
Please, get me out of here.
Sometimes it's first person, sometimes it's third person.
We can't
I don't
let
know.
the fire escalate like that.
I need help. Mayday! Mayday!
I don't know.
Firefighting simulator. Ignite. United against fire. Coming fall 2025.
Chat, when you're playing a
Wishlist now on
third-person
PC and
game,
consoles.
do you prefer the character that you're playing as to
Nolan North
always
or
be
Ashley
facing the
Johnson's
direction that
waiting
your
in the
camera
wings?
is?
we're good.
Or would you rather
Remember,
have
folks, you can
the
find all those
character
games as well as
face
every
whatever
game we featured
direction you
today on the
moved
Future
them
Game
in,
Show Steam
but have the
Yes, and
camera
you'll wanna
not
prime your
move
wish
the
lists in
direction
advance
that
for
the
this next
character is
reveal.
facing?
It's a game where you play as a bureaucratic inspector in a fantasy world.
What's like you make sure the evil layer is up to code before the party heads inside?
Yes, that's literally the whole deal.
Okay, I legitimately need this game.
I know.
What? Okay. So,
Heroes. The world
I don't know how to
is
explain what I just said more specific than what I
sons
just did.
and daughters of farmers.
Glad I cleared it up.
Too much bravery and not enough wisdom, so some say. But what is a hero without a princess to save? Without dragons to slay? Nothing. That's where you come in. As an agent at the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should be for the hero's arrival.
Inside this cave, you'll find a necromancer who, according to our reports,
Hang
is
on.
a complete and utter embarrassment to the story. Our reports is a complete and utter embarrassment to the story.
The book is titled Hellgates Anew, your first ritual sacrifice.
As it turns out, putting the soul
I
of
got
a
it.
demon inside of a skeleton is a touch more tricky than you might imagine.
Bug killed.
Hereby announce a strike, effective immediately. It's the inspector, here with their cushy job and their clipboard that decides if we have to do more work.
A dragon attack? That is not in the budget.
You know, there's a sauce in Mexico that is actually made with ants. Did you know that you actually eat a lot of bugs on a daily basis if you eat any food that's been processed at all whatsoever?
Still evil.
It's real.
We are happy to welcome you, our newest agent to the cause. Wish list Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs today.
Oh, that's one for the critters. The Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs is coming later this year.
And now for something completely different. This one's for the fans of shooters, anime, and Y2K aesthetics.
That's me.
It's him.
弾が尽きるまでが愛よ。もしもし、うん。はい。
Hey, Wade. Now, how does that work? Because she took one very small step to the right in a moment that looked like gameplay. No, this is not anime Valorant. Anime Halo, maybe. This is better than Valorant? Yeah. You're right.
Waifu Tactical Force is a 3v3 anime shooter coming soon to PC, but you can jump into the open playtest on Steam after the show.
Now we've got a trailer for an action platformer inspired by the ancient art of
I've seen this
paper
one.
folding. Let's take a look at Hirogami.
This game looks awesome. When are we gonna have an anime game where the penis havers have cock and jiggling mechanics? Your brain should be studied by scientists in a lab. Age of Conan did do that, as did Rust. Conan Exiles, I think you mean. I don't know about Age of Conan, but Conan Exiles did. Devs of Conan Exiles, same devs as Dune, the new Dune game.
Fold it into your wish lists on Steam and the Epic Game Store. And check out the free demo, which is available on Steam.
Okay, time for an update on Eve Frontier. This is CCP Games' Spacebound Survival MMO.
Any Eve gamers in the live studio audience?
Is an invitation for everyone that have had the idea in their brain to make a game. And often the best way to make a game is to start and modify an existing game.
Is that Matt Mercer talking? The showcase is hosted by Matt and Laura.
Server-side modding platform, and we offer an invitation to you to come and build with us. You can build tools, you can build worlds, you can do so many things. And this is a great way to start your game development adventure by sort of
Future Game Show is always hosted by voice actors.
Space horror sandbox we have created. When we made Eve Online, we very much wanted to make
this is Laura's second time hosting, but I think it's Matt's first.
Most of the things and the infrastructure in the game would actually be built by players. But we did build quite a bit of it ourselves. Seeing what emerged from Eve, especially when it comes to the third-party development ecosystem, we could actually give a lot more agency to players to literally build the world. So as we go through this process of stripping down to a survival game, we are on the other hand building up an amazing modding platform. Basically what Eve Frontier enables third-party developers is to mod the actual server, creating additional software.
Yeah, I think Laura has hosted twice, and I think Nolan North has hosted twice. Everybody else, they did it for the first
something
time.
Truly astounding that has never been seen before. But this is very much inspired by the third-party ecosystem that is developed around Eve Online. We are basically supercharging that with the smart assemblies and the modding platform we're built into Frontier. And what we have seen so far in our various hackathons and events, and what we've just seen in the sort of builder community overall, absolutely delivers on that vision in spades.
Join Founder Access.
Founder Access for Eve Frontier is available now, and you can head to evefrontier.com to jump in and find out more. What's up next, Laura?
We have a brand new trailer for Formula Legends, an arcade racing game that covers the history of motorsport.
Cool art style. Very cel-shaded. Kind of chibi characters. That sign said Gojira. Oh no! Something's gotta go! Go, go, Godzilla! Ooh! It's kind of like a toy box. Like little toy cars.
Formula Legends is racing towards release on PC and consoles, but you can play the demo now on Steam and also wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Game Store. But for now, let's keep it rolling with our Ones to Play section, which is a future game show staple. It's a montage of exciting games that you can play on Steam right after the show.
So if you like what you're looking at, don't hesitate to download a demo and dig in.
First up is Catastrophe. This is an action roguelike where you play as a kitty abducted by aliens and repel enemies with your trusty sidekick, the Star Cursor. Players can mod Polo's abilities to settle on a unique playstyle and pick their route through a series of interstellar environments.
Next up, we've got Phase Zero, a survival horror throwback with fixed cameras and immersive pre-rendered environments. A menacing illness has descended on the town of Flint Peak. Can you solve puzzles and tango with monsters to make it out alive?
I want more games with set camera angles.
It's a gladiatorial roguelike with a city builder twist. You'll recruit, train, and command a crew of warriors in strategic turn-based battles, then develop a coastal city in the interim. Carve your name into the annals of history and spill buckets of blood in the process.
Last but not least, we've got How to Escape: Lost Submarine. With one player on PC or console and the other using a mobile companion app, you'll communicate and collaborate to complete puzzles and stop the outbreak of war. No pressure.
No pressure.
That was our Ones to Play montage. Be sure to follow up on anything that caught your eye.
But let's keep on sailing with another exclusive trailer for a naval combat simulator set in the late 18th century.
Keep talking and nobody explodes?
Every voyage begins with a plan. A vision etched on parchment, foretelling glory or downfall. It is in our nature to conquer what others fear. Death and dishonor, fame and fortune. The life of a sea captain is one of duty and relentless pursuit. True riches are not in gold and jewels, but in the stories we bring back and the legend we become. We arrive, but never at our final destination. So we chart our next course. We sail. We fight. We endure. For the voyage is life. And life is the voyage.
Sea of Thieves looking different.
Join the crew today on Kickstarter.
I don't know what the game is. No game, no hype. Is that like a trade management sim? Am I playing as the whole ship? Am I playing as a person on the ship?
ahoy.gg/Kickstarter. And you can also wishlist the game on
I don't know what
Steam
the game
or
is.
the Epic Game Store.
The Spotlight montage is up next, so say goodbye to our corporeal bodies and hello to our disembodied voices.
Montage after montage, huh?
Gothic vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool games.
That's what I meant.
Raccoon?
Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across a constantly shifting cartoon peninsula, players will trigger explosive combos and commit to game-changing upgrades. It's coming to PC later this year, but you can try it for yourself ahead of time by checking out the free demo on Steam.
Now let's take a look at Under Par Golf Architect, an all-in-one simulator where you mold terrain to create
Better
world-class
montage?
courses and then try them out first.
I mean, it's just another montage, but these ones don't have demos.
You'll manage staff, budgets, and customers on your way to crafting a golfer's paradise. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Ascend to Zero is up next. It's a hack-and-slash roguelike where you play as the last surviving human of a devastated world. To help with that unfortunate predicament, you can freeze time to anticipate attacks and topple voxel monsters. Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC, but in the meantime, you can check out the free demo on Steam and drop it onto your wish lists.
Or how about Animal Kind? This is a cozy cooperative town building game where you play as
on the
a crew of
raccoon.
adorable critters in mech suits. Players will use their industrial-grade opposable thumbs to scavenge the landscape
well, maybe
for
this game isn't for
materials
me.
and establish
Never
a community of cute creatures. Animal Kind is coming soon to PC.
Aww.
But if you head to the Steam page, you can sign up for the alpha playtest, which is arriving in July.
Next up is Don't Wake the Beast, but the developers have sent over an intricate overview, so I'll sit this one out.
Hi, my name is Timek. I'm the game designer and producer behind Don't Wake the Beast. Don't Wake the Beast is a stealth roguelike in which your goal is to steal as many treasures as possible and run away from the beast. The tricky part is that each treasure has its weight, and the more you pick up, the more noise you generate. But when you fail, there's always another run. My game will feature 4 biomes, all with unique mechanics and beasts. It's scheduled to release in 2026.
We're rounding things out with Worship, a cultist simulator where you try your best to bring about the end of the world. Inspired by Pikmin, this cute and creepy multiplayer roguelite tasks you with performing blood rites and recruiting followers to please the old ones. It's coming soon to PC, and you can wishlist it on Steam.
That was our Spotlight montage. We hope you enjoyed the Summer Showcase selection. Laura?
Oh, it's time for an update on Scum, the survival shooter with poop mechanics.
Scum!
Not as in like they're bad, no. Just like
Is this going to be the same trailer where they're shitting off the edge?
I might actually learn something. I love video games.
Peggy 18.
All of the negative reviews, it's gone, are written by people who were not ready for Scum. I'd rather buy WinRAR. That's a good review. Killed by indestructible robots. Nobody wants to micromanage their poop. Truly a game for masochists. Oh, it's for me. Penis sliders are a new low for society in gaming. Game's trash, don't buy it. 2,000 hours played. Scum?
If those inspired reviews have grabbed your attention, then we're here to help.
Yep.
That's a good
You
trailer.
can head to the link on screen right now for a chance to win one of 100 keys for Scum 1.0.
And if you're not one of the lucky winners, then you'll just have to jump in with the rest of us when it launches on June 17th.
Now, our next game is a squad-based survival shooter where you dodge deadly dinosaurs. Here's the latest trailer for Death Ground.
Death Ground. Dino has feathers, not real.
In Death Ground. Whether you dare to enter solo or in a squad of up to 4 players.
Didn't that game come out like 6 years ago? I guess it's leaving early access.
Could you survive?
Hi, Raw, how you doing?
We're Jaw Drop Games, the indie
And
dev
hi,
team behind
Jaw,
Death
how you doing?
The main threat you'll need to avoid is the raptors, specifically Utah raptors. So unlike velociraptors,
Got feathers,
which
go
are
woke,
much
go broke.
smaller, they measure around 7 feet tall.
Dinos don't
I'm
have
about
feathers, that's a
5'3",
chicken.
so that's a pretty menacing height comparison for me.
We spent most of our development time taming them, and it's been a huge challenge because... How do you get something that size with that tail to behave all in multiplayer? Exactly. Of course, there'll be other dinosaurs for you to deal with.
That's my favorite dinosaur!
The Compsognathus, aka the Compy.
I love
What might look like a
compies.
decent hiding space for you as players might actually be a refuge for these little creatures, putting the terror in territory.
As for other species, you may spot the Allosaurus, Brachiosaurus.
Usually
and
there's a bunch of them though, I
Triceratops
think. I
roaming
don't think
around
they
in the
I thought they were like
background.
pack animals or something.
You're being chased by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I guess we don't know.
There are multiple maps and missions that will be playable at launch. Mission Command, the single-player tutorial and introduction level.
Geothermal, where you'll need to repair everything so you can restart the power plant.
Agricultural, which has become a little bit overgrown and it is in need of some weeding.
And biomedical, which is my personal favourite, where you'll have to sneak in and steal.
I love compies, Jenny.
You know, for science.
Each mission
Cute
is
little
replayable
guys.
and is an important piece of the puzzle. Each detail or collectible that you come across will help you unlock the lore and discover the truth about the disastrous events of the past.
Deathground is launching on Steam Early Access this year. Keep a lookout for our roadmap.
Deathground is launching into Steam Early Access later this year. Keep an eye out for roar news on that front.
I am refusing to acknowledge that pun, so let's move on with our second Ones to Watch deep dive, shall we?
It's pretty good.
Here's Rogue Factor to tell us more about the studio's new weird action-adventure game, Hell Is Us.
They found a dino tail in amber and it had feathers. Fabricated, fake news, not real.
What happened here? Madness and hatred and lots of it.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Jacques Belated, and I am the Executive Creative Director and Executive Art Director on Hell Is Us here at Rogue Factor. So the game that we've been developing for pretty much almost 5 years now is a game called Hell Is Us. So the game is definitely like an action-adventure game.
It is set in the world of Adia. It's a rogue state where there's a lot of really weird things happening. You play Remy. He was born there. Yeah, he was raised in a foster system in Canada, and he's going back.
What about its DNA being so close to that of a chicken? I'm French. I know all about having DNA close to a chicken, and that, you know, that the fucking dinos aren't it, all right?
Discovery, they're only there by theme. You had just been following marker after marker, and until the last marker is over your actual thing you needed to find. Almost all the variables connected to the exploration and connected to your discovery are given to you in a silver platter. So we look at it kind of like the inverse in our game because we got rid of all these things.
I remember chatting with John about the old Zelda games, how it was straightforward and like you had just enough to know where to go, but not too much.
It's basically how life works if you think about it, right? We basically orient ourselves by sight and hearing. And
I guess he's talking about N64 and onward because, whatever. Depends on how old of old Zelda game you mean, but like, you know, whatever.
They will lead the way through.
You talk to NPCs and they're literally going to tell you a clue, right? So Rebecca and Jova, when she kind of hints you where the Owen convoy, the direction that it took, she says, I don't know where they went exactly, but I know they took the road that goes behind the weird monuments. And she says, you can see them from here. And as you're talking to her, behind her, quite far, you see some peculiar monument-looking thing. You're like, is that what she's talking about? Like, is that if I go and then you go there and you see the road that turns and it's maybe the convoy did come here. I think that's kind of very unique and it works really well.
Before Ocarina of Time, there were no Zelda games. Yeah, we'll see about that on the 19th.
Sometimes it works better than others. You know, no game is absolutely perfect, but it's very much it's the joy of exploration, the joy of discovery. Yeah.
The Abbey is closed. Official AAF business.
Of course, we can't talk about Hell Is Us without talking about our monsters. And the enemies, the limbic entities, are physical manifestations of human emotions, of human negative emotions. What does an emotion look like? Who knows? So we had many iterations. We ended up with these kind of like fractally, geometrically thingies, you know. So we have grief, ecstasy, terror, and rage. So the Hollow Walker represents a bit, so it's just a husk. That's why we call it the Hollow Walker. And it's a bit like a facsimile of a human being who's felt this very strong negative emotion. And then they look like that because we tried a lot of things and they ended up looking like this, you know. So you'll be able to play Hell Is Us on September 4th, 2025 on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and obviously PC.
Wishlist it now because Hell Is Us is coming to PC and consoles on September 4th.
All right, I think we're due another world premiere, don't you? This one's an action-adventure set in a drop-dead gorgeous cartoon world.
And it stars some very familiar faces.
Wait, is it us?
Maybe. Let's throw to someone who knows while I take this totally real phone call. Hello? Hi.
Hey Laura, hey Matt. I'm super excited to be back on the Future Game Show
where I belong, and you are doing a fantastic job. Like I said to the producers when I was hosting, if you strike me down, this is live, isn't it? So yeah, New Tales reached out, and I am officially in their game. Actually, seeing you just reminded me, they're looking for a killer writer who can also perform. Let me call Jasmine. Look, it's fine. You're doing great for time. Hey, Jazz.
Hi, Sam.
I've got a really cool gig. Want to join me in a game? If we're both in, I'm pretty sure Matt and Laura will be on board too.
Yeah, sure. I'll be in a game with you, but only if you're coming to the D&D group next week.
I didn't know Bronze
our party
voice
could
acted.
really use the barbarian.
All right. I guess we're all doing this. That was easy. So let's check out exactly what we're getting ourselves into.
I've been watching her campaign on Dimension 20. It's good so far.
You know when it click through, try to send this box to be a slow big bird.
Thanks, Jenny. Hope you enjoy your much your balloons. For some reason these aren't going. That didn't work.
That's right, we're joining Samantha today, our guest, Carla.
I want that communist girl off the show.
And you can wishlist it today on Steam or the Epic Game Store. Go, 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 go.
We got another block of back-to-back trailers up next. Let's dig in.
We have been blessed to live in times of peace, but our city is not without its enemies. The demons above, and the beasts below.
All right,
Here we go.
You're going to be bishops too?
Through Sheo, all things are possible.
It's time the three of you learn the true purpose of the bishops. Listen up.
We recruit from the finest soldiers in the church, and still, 1 out of every 3 bishops doesn't make it past the first year.
Does it get easier after that?
Your favorite term?
Gave you those
JRPG? Yeah. I love that slur.
Damn, I love the church.
There's a scene from the Friday the 13th remake, which wasn't successful and wasn't very good, by the way. But this scene sticks out in my mind, where near the end of the movie, Jason is like running at a person, and every single step makes like a audible thump sound, kind of like a Big Daddy from BioShock. Every single step, it just goes boom, 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 as he's running towards a person. And that scene, like, sticks out in my mind because, like, that would be so terrifying for Jason to be running at you. Like, a big guy like that. That scene just really sticks out in my mind. The movie was mid, though. Is this that linked game? Or is this something else? Better than the Freddy remake? Didn't watch it. Fish sword. Linked, Banner of the Spark. Huh? What? Did you mean to type that here? Boga.
We're back, and you can wishlist all of those games by heading to
the Future Game Show Steam page.
The Future Game Show's Steam page.
With that out of the way, it's time for a spine-tingling closer look at the next game from the minds behind.
Remember watching the Game Grumps play that game? I don't think it was that game.
A deep space mission to save humanity and the shape-shifting alien who gets in the way. Let's throw it over to Supermassive Games to find out more.
We are going to do this. Just lower the gun.
I'm a little excited for this one.
Move from the scanner. Those things can change shape.
I love Supermassive Games.
Don't you ever point that thing
Most
at me again.
You're getting scared because it's like a the thing kind of thing.
We need urgent assistance.
A thing kind of the thing. Direct 80/20. I'm looking forward to that one.
But what if that went differently? Hey, I'm Will Doyle, Creative Director on Directive 80/20, and I'm here to share with you a new feature that we've added for the first time in a Dark Pictures game. Turning Points is a new narrative system which allows you to go back and change the outcome of your choices. As with all our games, Directive 80/20 has a branching story with multiple endings. You'll be able to track the choices and paths that you've taken in the game and see alternate paths that link to each of the major decisions that you
Yeah, I
made.
think the game that you were
With
thinking
Turning
of, Quack, is like
you can
a
rewind
Toombo
to a
or whatever it's
pivotal
called.
point or decision, collect missing collectibles, or see how different choices would have
Something like
played
that?
out. By the same token, your actions matter in our games. If you want to live by your decisions, there's also a survivor mode setting that prevents you from rewinding, but still lets you view the decision tree. Turning Points will be available both digitally and physically for all copies of the game from when you start your very first mission.
Tomba.
Directive 8020 introduces the ability to rewind and change your choices to see the consequences in each branching path.
Tomba.
It's coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2025. And if it's not on your wish list already, go fix that.
Our next game is just as scary, but for entirely different reasons. Cairn is a death-defying climbing simulator.
This is, I think, the third or fourth showcase this has been in this year. And it was in showcases last year as well.
Is what we call a survival climber. Your goal is to climb a mountain and reach a summit no one has ever conquered. You can climb almost anywhere, and the climbing mechanics are highly realistic. You'll need to carefully manage your balance and stamina. Make a mistake, and you'll fall and get hurt. For the first time, we are also showing what it's like to climb at high altitudes. When you get up there, you'll face ice walls that require you to use ice axes and spikes. But don't think you can just jam your tools into the ice. Ice climbing is precise. You'll need to aim
I'm gonna
for
use one of
cracks
those on
and
Quack.
edges to get a solid grip. Cairn's realistic climbing system also supports mixed climbing. That means you can have one hand on the rock and the other using an ice tool.
Looked it up and it was definitely not that one. Oh, okay.
It's up to you to read the rock face.
Tomba's pretty
and choose
popular.
the
That's why I
most
assumed it was that one.
strategic route to the top. Cairn is coming up on PlayStation 5 and Steam later this year. You can already give it a try in the demo available on PC and PS5.
Cairn is coming to PlayStation and PC
I
later
love
this
this
year.
logo.
And you can also check out a
Not
free
the logo
demo on
specific,
both
but this like
platforms
art, this
after the
cover
show.
art.
What's next, Matt?
Love it.
We're mixing things up with a double bill of trailers. Here are two great games from our friends at Quali.
Korea is devastated. No life remains in a ride. Flesh reborn. Why's she wearing her panties outside her pants? I gotta admit it. I mean, I'm curious to taste it, but like... If I wore that, it would be inside my asshole. What the fuck? I don't know. I just, you know, I don't know what the purpose of that is. This is cool. Very Kingsfield. Might and magic kind of thing. Classic Deus Ex. Park the Ghoul. Interesting title.
Hark the Ghoul and Ground Zero are both coming soon to PC. What's up next, Laura?
We're taking a look at a game called Hella. It's a cooperative folklore adventure where you and your friends band together as brave little mice.
This is adorable. Very Unraveled vibes. he just did a kickflip. Interesting title for that, but I vibe. What the fuck?
Hella is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, so give it a wish list on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Moving swiftly on, it's time for a look at Ludo.
I'm
This is a
so excited for
psychological
this
thriller where
game.
The protagonist is trapped inside their own home, and we're about to find out when you can play it.
Finally! I've been waiting for this
18.
for years!
How can you distinguish between what is real and what isn't? Do you trust what you see? What you hear? What happens when everything starts to feel wrong? To seem fake? Like a trick?
This is a story about hopes, dreams, secrets, love, fears, loss, regret, ghosts, lies, hell, death.
How much longer are you going to pretend to ignore it? Don't do it.
I'm so excited.
Him get you again.
Ludo is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox. In the meantime, you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
It's world premiere time again, and this next reveal arrives with an introduction from a very special someone.
Hello everyone. I'm
Hi,
excited
Shuhei.
to be a part of Future Game Show 2025. There are so many amazing games coming out, and I'm very happy that I have a bit more time to play them these days. As many of you know, I have been a huge fan of the work of N-Dreams. Synapse is my favorite VR game of all time, and I'm honored to present this new groundbreaking title from the team. If you are at Summer Game Fest, I shall see you on the show floor at the N-Dreams booth. So, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Reach.
Is this a VR game again? Maybe. Elevation. Probably.
I'm ready for whatever. You won't find nobody better. I will bring a storm to you whether you ready or not.
Yeah, this is VR movement, yeah.
I'm a legend in the making. You're looking into the eyes of greatness. Gotta push through the world's waiting.
I wish someone would do that to me. God damn. Yeah, I'm not into VR. It looks cool.
Reach is an ambitious virtual reality action adventure coming to PSVR, Steam, and MetaQuest in 2025.
Okay, Matt. It's time to check in with everybody's favorite depressed and recently divorced duck.
Oh, yes. It could only be the Duck Detective.
He may have quacked the mystery of the secret salami, but when you're that good at your job, there's always a new case to solve.
I'm used to the cold embrace of loneliness, and this vacation will be the end of me.
I both own this game and
I'm
plan to
Johnny.
play it soon.
We're Happy Broccoli Games based in
I got
Berlin,
it,
Germany.
this stuff.
Our newest game is Duck Detective, the Ghost of Glamping, where you are the one and only duck detective, a depressed and recently divorced duck who must quack the case.
Inspect evidence, make deductions, and solve this no-murder mystery.
To the annoyance of the duck detective, he is joined by a new partner in solving crime, Freddy the Crocodile. Work together to unravel the truth and nibble on the crumbs of justice. Right now, we're working on a simplified Chinese language update that is coming out later this year.
We're very excited for you to play. The game is out on Steam, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One and Series XS, and PlayStation 5. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Are those bread slices?
Duck Detective.
The Ghost of Glamping!
The Ghost of Glamping.
Duck Detective, the Ghost of Glamping, has already waddled its way onto PC and consoles, so go check it out if you haven't already.
Okay, we've had plenty of exciting premises so far, but how about a rhythm roguelike from the maestros behind Patapon? And get on your dancing shoes, folks, because Ratatan is up next.
I welcome you to our gates, to the quest to the gates of the ever after. I don't know how to read. Rhythm fuels your fight. Every light casts a shadow. Ratatan!
Ratatan is coming to Steam Early Access on July 25th, but there's a free demo available on Steam if you want to give it a try.
Every time I see this game, I want to play it more and more. You can play Patapon right now.
An interactive 70s twist on the beloved detective mystery.
It's Poirot, don't you know?
Oh.
It can't be. It's Hercule Poirot.
Monsieur Poirot, I guess you know why I asked you to come.
What do you suggest I do? And can you confirm that all the passengers are present for the meal?
Yes, we keep the list. Everyone is here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm
Not the
sorry
70s,
to
I'll see
disrupt
myself
what promised
out.
to
What's
be
wrong
a
with the
beautiful
70s?
day. But I have some terrible news. But we must stay calm if we want to find the culprit. I have a small idea of the situation.
I'm May Leach. My, you got here quickly. I've just finished my latest case.
2 detectives, 2 investigations.
Let's see what I can find.
But someone is lying to me. It is a big case, Miss Royce. A dangerous one.
Every detail matters.
Thank you, Mr. Poirot. I'm now going to search each of you. Then there's still time to stop them before they strike again.
Tomorrow, the day at least is here. Every question must
Patapon
have
1
its
and 2
answer.
re-release on the 11th next month. Interesting. Well, if you're interested in giving them a try right now, they're PSP games, PSP and PSP
But you can
Vita.
wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Okay, I don't want to build up this next trailer too much, but let's just say you're gonna flip.
Oh, the puns.
What? I'm flipping? House Flipper Scooby-Doo. No longer interested. Damn shame. Damn shame. No longer interested. Damn.
Soinks, Laura! House Flipper 2 Scooby-Doo is meddling its way onto PC and consoles this Scootober.
Now we're starting to close in on the end of the show, but not before we show you our final ones to watch deep dive.
Our team behind the scenes visited the Hangar 13 office for an exclusive insight into Mafia: The Old Country. Here's all the gory details.
I don't really want to know more.
Mafia: The Old Country is both a prequel to the original Mafia trilogy, and it also sets things up for what might be to come in the future, going back to 1900 Sicily, so the birth of not just the Mafia game, but also the actual Mafia itself, back to where organised crime first really came from.
In Mafia: The Old Country, you play as a character called Enzo Favara, who's an upcoming gangster trying to make his way in the Sicilian Mafia.
As a child, he's worked in the sulfur mines, sold there by his parents, a really horrible upbringing for a kid, which unfortunately happened back in those days. So he doesn't know family, he doesn't really know love. He escapes, he falls in with the Teresi
Can you show me
family,
which
and then this
PSP
game
model to
really,
play
the
those
story
games on?
shows his rise through the ranks as he goes from being
Yeah,
this
sure.
impoverished young man to a made man.
For Mafia: The Old Country, we moved to Unreal Engine 5, which has really enabled us to do incredible things with the characters, with the landscapes, with the cinematics. Every single aspect of the game has undergone a significant graphical upgrade.
Mafia's always been about pushing the technology of its day.
In fact,
to
I'll
do
give
the
you a
best in
place,
cinematic
Quack,
storytelling and
to
exciting
find
narrative gameplay. It really
all
makes
of the
what's
good
already an
models
emotional
of
story
consoles.
even more emotional and meaningful.
We've been able to capture incredible nuances in the mocap, in the acting, in all of the character performances. That's really helped us to bring our story
And
to
a
life.
place to
And as a little
buy
taste of
games,
what's in
too.
store, we've got a cinematic to show, which shows a key moment in Enzo's story.
Peggy 18.
Except Nintendo games.
Come forward.
They just stopped doing that for reasons.
All of the men in this room are bound by blood. This is a family. And in this family, we follow a code of honor. It's a way of life.
You come into my house
Hey, brother.
and gobble my goo.
You're here because of your deeds and the assertions of those who stand at your side.
This life is one of secrecy. If you make a friend, meet a woman, they must not know about our thing.
It is binding. It is not forgiving. To betray one is to betray all. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Yes, I do.
You may now kiss the bride.
Before the eyes of all here present, join me.
Join me in holy matrimony.
To become a man of honor, repeat these words.
Owie.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
My flesh.
Does that not hurt? Why is he reacting at all?
If I do not keep my oath.
Welcome, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo. Benvenuto.
Salute.
Salute.
Salute. Mafia, the old country.
Take a trip to Sicily when Mafia the Old Country lands on August 8th for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Next on our docket is a developer presentation for Tenet of the Spark. If you haven't seen it all over social media, this is a time-hopping brawler where you solve puzzles and crush enemies across 3 distinct timelines.
Cool.
Hey, what's up? I'm Artem, the game director
Hey,
at
Artem.
Roll Games, a small indie team scattered around the globe. We're making our first game, Tenet of the Spark.
The true power of the spark!
It's a cinematic action where you fight bad guys over 3 timelines. Present day, the Viking Age, and the Aztec civilization, all at the same time. You got it, right?
Ancestor, I need you.
And it's not just for show. You have to use all 3 characters to explore, deal with tricky enemy types, and solve puzzles. It also answers questions you thought you'd never ask. Like, how the hell does this black boxer have a Viking for the great-great-great-grandpa? Or why does this train car turn into a giant rock? And the biggest question is, why did they risky roll with such a difficult project? Because we wanted to play a game where you can start with classic 1-2, then send your opponent across the arena with your hammer, switch again to pull this dude a little closer, hit him with a huge combo across all 3 timelines.
That's really cool.
The hell are you?
And now we're making that game with the blood, sweat, and spark, Tenet of the Spark. You got it, right?
I got a little mini-me. Look. Watch the hook. Watch the hook. Curse you, Bale!
Oh geez, Steam. And go look at your family album. Maybe your grandpa was a badass like mine. You never know.
You never know. That's really cool.
Thank you to Roar Games for the inside scoop on Tenet of the Spark. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, so pop it on your wish lists. All right, what have you got for us, Laura?
A first look at gameplay for Creasol, Feeder of Idols. This is a first-person horror shooter for fans of BioShock and Resident Evil.
So anyways, hi dude, how are you?
You fight creepy statues on a tormented island and use blood as your ammunition.
I'm gonna pre-order it right now.
Almighty Sun, guide my
Hello.
path.
Bloomhouse.
As the shadows of the abyss close in.
Goo, I was hanging with a friend. Did you tell your friend about Twitch Prime and how they could subscribe to a Twitch streamer for free? And that Twitch streamer could be twitch.tv/DrewSunn. They can also subscribe to his Patreon for $1 and get a whole bunch of benefits. Did you tell them all that?
If I am to fall, let my flesh turn to ash.
This looks awesome.
So my soul.
And terrifying. And horrible. And just the worst.
Consumed in your flames for all eternity, now and forever. Console.
I'm gonna write that one down. That looks awesome.
Holy moly, that looks good.
You're telling me. Creasol Theater of Idols is coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 later this year, and your Steam wish lists in just a few moments, probably.
I hate to say it, Matt, but I think we've arrived at the final trailer.
Okay, well, how do you want to do this?
Okay, I'm thinking we both look into that camera right there,
Okay.
and we're both sad that the show's over. But it's okay, because that last trailer is really cool, and so the folks at home will be happy, and we've done a good job, I think. So, does that work?
You know, sounds perfect to me. Please enjoy our final world premiere.
Ooh, I liked it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Welcome, sisters, daughters of Hortus, to these blessed halls of Porthbad.
Is that Matt Mercer? No.
You have been chosen, honored to the parish, to serve the will of Mother.
And that lady who I'm forgetting the name of right now? No.
Step forward. Let us see what flowers she's given us. Such
her? Nope.
radiant blooms. So full of promise.
Yeah, they were actually both Tony Hawk.
Now, I must confess a change in plans. You shan't be entering the garden today. Take heart, faithful ones. The garden must still be tended. And tonight, you will be sown!
No idea what that game is. No game, no hype. That's the rules.
Hold on.
Sorry.
I've got
Them's
something
the
to
rules.
show you.
Oh, you got something to show me?
Ah, I bet you didn't expect that, did you?
That means nothing to me because you showed me zero gameplay and I have no idea what this is. That would be a very big deal to me if I was like a follower of yours, but I don't know who you are.
That was your first look at Ritual Tides, a terrifying odyssey where you tango with Lovecraftian terrors. Wishlist it now because it's coming soon to PC.
We'll have the full gameplay revealed during the next Future Games show in August, so mark your calendars for that. However, that does mean we've reached the very end of this year's Summer Showcase.
Don't go anywhere though, because FGS Live from Los Angeles airs right after this, with even more exclusive trailers, developer deep dives, and world premieres.
We'd like to thank everybody who has tuned into the Summer Showcase, as well as the dream-weaving developers who put their all into those amazing trailers we debuted today.
And remember, you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show Steam page to wishlist your favorite games from today's show. We'll also have follow-up content on GamesRadar.com and the FGS YouTube channel.
I'm Matt Mercer.
And I'm Laura Bailey.
And
this has been the Future Game Show Summer Showcase 2025.
For me, I'm adding Echoes of the End, Herdling, Sleep Awake, The Explorer, Constance, Call of the Elder Gods, Popukon, Hirogami, Phase Zero, Fading Echo, Directive 8020, Cairn, Ground Zero, Hark the Ghoul, Hella, Ludo, Mafia, Tenet of the Spark, and Crystal, all to my wish list. Hopefully you found some to add to yours. But that was the Future Game Show. Next up, as you see, is the mix, but for VOD watchers, that's a separate video.